So creating a high-low hem pattern is pretty easy, but it does take some work. To start off, you gotta have a pencil skirt pattern to work off of, and if you want to learn how to do that, you can click on this video here. As you can see, a pencil skirt pattern is tapered at the bottom. What you'll do is retrace the pencil skirt pattern on a new piece of paper and then draw a straight line from E all the way down to the hem. And this is what it's supposed to look like. Now draw out a mirror image of that new skirt and match the side seams as closely as you can. It's okay if there's a gap at the waist because we're not going to be playing with that part. So to keep things clear, the left one is going to be the center front piece and then the right one is going to be the center back piece. Starting from the center front, you'll draw a curve that looks a little bit like this. Make sure that the center front corner is at a perfect 90 degrees, otherwise when you cut on fold, it will look super wonky and it's not pretty. Also, the curve should touch the bottom corner of the side seam. This helps keep things clean and easier to work with. Now extend the sketch to however long you want the back to be. Honestly, you can draw it however you like, but again, make sure that the bottom center back is at a 90 degrees angle. So you can go ahead and clean it up a bit and then separate the patterns. Now you have the front and the back piece. You can stop here, but you'll have a really tight fitted high-low skirt, which is pretty cool, but if you want it to be flowy and flared out, you'll section out the front and the back pieces. Here I have them sectioned into quarters, so with the front piece, I just spread out the front section, redrew in a new hemline making sure that I don't change the endpoint on the side seam. I did the same with the back, spreading it out a bit, redrew in the new hemline, not changing the side seam and center back. To help the beginners a bit, I did scale down the version of the skirt so you guys can understand it. So I did the same thing. I take my ruler and I drew in lines to section the front piece and the back piece into quarters. Basically, the more sections you have, the more even your flare and gather would look. You're going to cut right on those lines, starting from the bottom all the way to the waist. The trick is not to cut all the way through the pattern, leaving a bit of a hinge to work with later. What you'll do is you'll spread the front pattern onto another piece of paper. The wider you spread this, the more fabric you will need to make the skirt and the fuller it will look. You can use a ruler to measure in between each section as you spread it out to make it more even. Now once you have the look you like, just tape it down. Repeat the same dealio on the back piece. Draw in your new hemline, remember not to change the center front, side seams, and center back. Cut out the new pattern and voila, it should look like this, but of course on a bigger scale. So when you cut on fabric, it's going to be cut on fold for the front and the back. And of course, the waistband will be the same size as the pencil skirt waistband because we didn't change the waist at all. So that's the pattern for a high-low skirt. Remember that this spot here will be updated frequently if I do a tutorial using this pattern, so be sure to check back every now and then. And of course, remember to live happily, love fully, design creatively, and I'll see you guys later. Bye!